Welcome everyone. Today me and the rest of the group will be presenting our project. This is phase 1 of our project, and I'm going to give you a bit of an insight into the project of what we're doing, an introduction, some details, and then I'm going to be handing over to Wenjing, which will go into a bit more details about the problem domain. Let's get started. So our project is building an analytics dashboard and exploration tool, right? So that was the project that we've been given, and that's what we'll be working through for this semester and the following one. Our client. So our client is MIT, Melbourne Institute of Technology. Our client specifically is Lucas Bryan, who works within the MIT Academic Library. The company address, profile, and website has been provided on the screen. So, our group members. So our group consists of Ishwar, Aisha, Wenjing, Josephat, and myself, James. So what is our project? So over the course of the pandemic, the need and justification of MIT's library was scrutinized heavily from the MIT Academic Board. The Academic Board would require details about spending and costs through statistics from the library's budget. They wanted to highlight and simplify basically the spending and the resources spent from the budget and the money and the outcome that it was achieving, benefits that it was producing as well. So the library team then resolved this issue from the academic board and compiled spreadsheets from a series of services to form a monthly report for the library. So these spreadsheets and log files were collated and analysed, and then a monthly report was generated and created from the library manually to collate and display information, key information, to the academic board so that they can review it and gain insight and understanding into the resources being spent, what results they were getting, and a cost per student was discovered. There was a trouble with this process though. It was lengthy and required heavy human input and data cleaning. So this process for our project needed to be simplified and fixed, and that was our task that we were given. So our task was to create fundamentally a visual data analytics dashboard to simplify, extract, and present MIT's library reports with a monthly status. So MIT, we are well aware that uses a GA4 or Google Analytics 4 for basic data analysis. We aim to incorporate this, but push it a step further. So just for comparison and look at other institutes, big academic institutes, even library services will integrate systems such as Drupal, Power BI, or adapt a homegrown interlibrary loan, or ILL for short. So other institutes will also then use these graphs generated by these softwares to take decisions on subscription and then assist students via these graphs. So if a particular service is not being utilized, these graphs will highlight that, or if a service is getting very great benefits and students are taking advantage of this, that will be highlighted too. So basically understanding what you're paying for and the results you're getting. So that then gives MIT a idea of its further decision-making process, to look towards the future to see whether a service is being used and to continue that. I'm now going to hand over to Wenjing, who will explain the problem domain. Thank you.
Thank you, James. I will continue the problem domain research question and the background. So the first problem is quality of data. The data collected in any form can consist of various errors and null values. The MIT library database obtained from different sources and in the form of HTML, text, CSV, and others, which are completely different from each other. The second problem is information update automation. As the analysis process consists of data gathering automation, the issue is the use of KPI, and if the company is providing the data feature KPI integration. However, with the use of the advanced application like Power BI, it can be simplified to a certain extent. The third problem is feature and metric selection. The data consists of various fields and features, and the analysis won't need all of them. So the analysis of the database and the feature and metric selection are according to our needs. So we have multiple data available, but some of the features are not what we want. The first one is data complexity. Now we have to import data manually, and integration the information for automation can be a challenging task. So we have discovered ways to automate the collection of data. The last problem is end-user training, because not every person in the workplace is capable of dashboard technique. So we have to make sure everyone understanding the analysis on the same page. At MIT, a few individuals require assist in the same, and one of the challenging in vendor is to build a dashboard for easy navigation. For the research question, first, what information will be dashboard depth set? With various features and tables available, the type of graphs and analytics are predominated, as well as the rows and columns. Second, what is the source of the data, the frequency, and its type? For seamless integration and automation, the data type, its origin, and recurrence should be checked out. So what visualizing tool should we use? So the ones that fit the needs must be picked according to our users' requirement upon the various powerful business intelligence tools. So who is our end user? It's important to understand the capability of the end user as well as their requirement. In addition, the audience should be taken into consideration. The last question, how do we automate the data integration? And we should consider it's a key performance indicator a good option. Do the data provide align with our needs, and can they guarantee a consistent format of the data every time? Let's go to the background. So nowadays, raw data can be transformed and processed through various analysis tools into valuable and useful information according to the requirement. Visualization can increase the power of the data analytics by showing the patterns, trend, and expectation visible and understandable. Second, the data collected and generated by the library has become much more complex due to the interaction with different resource platforms. So dashboard is a visualization tool that can give us a more visual presentation to better understand what is happening, what will happen, and what we should do. Now, concerning the current situation of MIT, due to the pandemic, the utilization of online classes are much more frequent than previous, and then lead to more popular online resource usage than actual books. And currently, the library staff and managed team have not come out of a way to demonstrate the value of existing collection and the new acquisition expectation. Secondly, the library staff are still manually process and clean the online data downloaded from the platforms rather than a standardized tool, which can also limit in-depth data exploration to provide evidence-based situation. That's all my part, and I will pass to my partner Jasper. Thank you.
Thank you, Wenjing. I'll be presenting the objectives. As you know, our objective of this project is to develop an easy-to-use analytic dashboard and exploration tools. Hence, at the completion of this project, we'll have reports from website discovery. Here, we look at most visited web pages, a user flow, pages that users drop off, average view times, and bounce off rate. From the e-resource usage, we have EBSCO, Easy Proxy, and already this resource usage will give the user an understanding of how the users interact with the various platforms and resources over time with the selected platform. As per the literature review, is Power BI, we will show the correlation analysis using different visualization methods such as graph, charts. For the requirements and specification, We will have analytic dashboard that is interactive and available for the clients. And this dashboard needs to have the capability that the user and the stakeholders can interact and see the visualization. The platform needs to have a capability to import and export different file formats like CSV, HTML, XML from easy proxy and the e-resources provided. The platform needs to have compatibility with data manipulation software for data wrangling. As we know, data comes with a lot of noise, and the user needs to have this capability of simple code to clean the data before they do the visualization. We also have a user-friendly dashboard, and which is cost-effective in terms of subscription and also usage. The budget and breakdown, as you can see from the page, from the chart, we have running cost at 1%. Microsoft Power BI at 0.5%, labor development at 98.4%. For the Microsoft Power BI, it's going to cost around $164 and $4. The workstations, or since it's already provided by the institution, we're not going to incur any costs. The labor development for the 24 weeks is going to be 29,600. And the running cost workstation is going to be 315 and 36. And the total amount required for the entire project for the 24 weeks will be 30,077 and 36 cents. Thank you. I'll pass on to my colleague Ayesha. Thank you.
So here I'm going to speak about the different tools available in the market. There are so many tools available, but we'll be prominently speaking about tools called Tabula, Power BI, and QuickSense, which is previously called as ClickView. So all the basic feature for these tools is simple, a drag and drop operation. Every tool we can upload the Excel or whatever the file we have, and with that we can simply drag and drop. With that we can get a visualization. This is the basic feature for all the tools. And the difference we have between ClickSense and the other two tools is the trial version is available for both Power BI and Tabula, but ClickSense doesn't provide a trial version. And speaking about the connectivity, Power BI has more connectivity compared to the other tools, such as Tabula can't connect to the e-commercial websites, and with same case with the ClickSense also, it can't connect to the e-commerce websites, but Power BI can connect to almost not every website, but it has a more connectivity reach compared to the other tools. And it's not like Power BI has all the advantages, it has some disadvantages also. The most we speak about is we don't have the dashboard templates. All the other tools has a dashboard templates, but Power BI doesn't have the dashboard templates. But that disadvantage can be overcome by downloading all the other applications, template applications. And coming to the support to that particular tool or the platform, Power BI has a phone, mail, and live chat supports and ClickSense has the same phone, mail, and live chat support. But Tabula doesn't have the support. We need to raise a support request for that particular tool if any issues arise. And coming to the supporting of the operating systems, Power BI supports all kinds of operating systems, mostly leadingly Windows, Mac, and Linux operating systems. But ClickSense only supports Windows operating system. And as my colleague already spoke about the budget with the Power BI, it only takes around $170, which is a lot cheaper compared to the other tools. Other tools are very costly. And in near future, if MIT wants to upgrade to the Pro version, then Power BI will be the best option because it's a lot cheaper compared to the other tools.
Thank you, Isa, for passing over. So the high level diagram of this project looks like this, which on the left we have our MIT's library, which is already automated. So we also have different sort of resources for our data, which are O'Reilly, Easy Proxy, LibGuards, and there's 2 or 3 more. So what we basically do after collecting those data is we go through a ETL process, which is also known as data preprocessing, where we extract, transform, and load the data using Microsoft Power Query Editor and transform the data for a clean data set. And then we mine the data and get patterns and turn those patterns into a meaningful dashboard, which is the aim of the project. Right, so in this project planning, we can see a MS Project planner, which basically explains the high-level project detailing of what the project is, what are the tasks that we're going to do in the project, and what are the different team members or resources associated with the project, and the cost. And on the right, we can see the Gantt chart for the project, which basically is a graphical representation of work breakdown structure here, and also the predecessors, which tasks should come first and afterwards and stuff. And we also have milestone setup. Right, so in the next slide, we have the prototype for the project itself. So let me just show this into the Power BI itself. So this is just a prototype. And so here we have total number of units consumed. And we can also see that this dashboard is interactive. And we can filter out a lot of information as we want. So this data is for I guess this is for O'Reilly, and so we have different different contents here. So this shows us the top contents of the day for that day, and also we can filter out by quarter. So this is basically how we will be going through for the data dashboard for MIT, which basically will look like this, but in a more comprehensive way. Right, so let's get back to the slide. So what are we trying to get out of this project, and what is MIT expecting out of us? So what MIT is expecting and what we're trying to get out is advancing the current G4A analytics system, which is Google Analytics system, and we're going to integrate and automate the external data source like O'Reilly and stuff. And then what we'll be doing is we'll be trying to create an interactive dashboard, just like I showed you before, from using Microsoft Power BI. And we'll be, after we get those data, the MIT's board will then be able to look at the trends and then make data-driven decisions. Also, we can have a look, or MIT's board can have a look at performance indicator of the factor what the library is being affected by, and also look at the opportunities for the future. Right, so to summarize of what we have actually done in this project and what we'll be doing in this project is we're going to create a library data analytics dashboard for MIT. We'll be looking into different type of data, their quality and the complexity for the project. And we'll be showing a different type of graphs like bar graphs, pie chart, and everything for the dashboard. And we'll be using Power BI as an application for this business intelligence. And the reason for choosing BI has already been explained by Isa in previous slides. All right, so that's all I have for you and my team. So these are the references for the slides and the report. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in one of our sessions or drop a comment below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.